All right, so this is me testing the streaming technology on YouTube. Um, Basically, I created an overlay, and then I am linking to certain windows on my computer. My first goal is to try to do some meetings, uh, especially for ensembles or beginning of school year, beginning of season, on how to do some of these things, and not so much have to have them at school because parents get dragged to a bunch of stuff. So, um, yeah, my voice does sound kind of funny. I hate listening to it, so good thing I don't have it on echo for me. Um, but basically, yeah. So anything I do here, you guys should see. You'll see a viewer count right above the chat box on screen. I don't have a webcam on my desktop computer. That's why you see that XSplit broadcaster. Um, so so yeah. So anyway, so my first live stream is probably going to go over the new Google site for stuff. By the way, this is what I see when I edit a s'more. This is what the interface looks like. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna chat you guys real quick, see if it show how it shows up. I'm testing like all this stuff right now. So you guys should see my stuff pop up in a second. There's quite a bit of latency on my end. Um, so hopefully you guys can kind of see. I have sound turned off for um, for what's in the window, but if I were to do like a YouTube kind of listen, we would see we would be able to hear too. Um, cool, yeah. So this is me going through it. Um, if I click on the band calendar here, you guys should see the calendar pop up. Um, Basically, throughout this will take you to the Google site um, on how it goes. Um, so anyway, that's how this goes. Hey, who else is on the live stream? Leave me a comment. Um, yeah, so on the website itself, um, I haven't gone too in depth with the ensembles page, um, but eventually I'm going to update all the other ensembles. So that's the calendar. I'm gonna now we're gonna transition um, over to just the home page real quick. You can also get to this by clicking the band website tab, and it'll bring you straight to um, the home page of our website. Up here, my goal was to make sure that everything that was the most important is immediately visible. So you see, and you're like, "There's a cool header, cool, yeah, this is what we're about. Here's our mission statement." And then you're like, as a parent, you're like, "Oh, cool, these fundraisers are coming up. And what do I have going on? What do I need to know for my child for band this week?" And you can see right here on the on the tab for calendar, you can see just this week. Now you could change it yourself if you want to go to month and see what do I have coming up in the next few weeks. But that's what's going. These are buttons, so if I were to click on this, it would take you directly to My School Bucks. I don't have a My School Bucks account because I'm a student, but you would go then. You guys are probably more familiar using it than I am. Band forms, it'll take you to a Google Drive folder that's visible to everybody with the link. Um, so the yeah, sorry, I'm reading the chat now. It'll take you to these things. Um, so oh yeah, this is my now you're seeing my window. So anyway, so you go down. You'll see our most latest s'more on here, just in case you didn't get the email, and then all these things. So Jen, I did take your advice to heart, and I bolded these headings. I think that's a good idea. I could make these collapsible text if I wanted, but I figured it's fine. So anyway, So, all right. So we're going to transition now over to the marching band page. So on this marching band page, I added a little thing with the pictures over here, and there's Max looking awesome on Giant Stadium Field. That's cool. Um, and then same thing, obviously it's the same calendar, same forms button. It's just a lot bigger. And one of my main things that I wanted to add was the handbook. So I've already updated it for the 2021 season. Um, Now, if anything changes between now and the start of the season, I'll update it. But my idea is to go completely digital this coming season. Now, if people want a hard copy, then that's fine. It's a little small on here. I didn't want to make it super huge. So if people can read that or they want to zoom in on their browser tab, that's fine. Or you can click this little button and it'll take you to the bigger, like full page type of thing. Down here, these are what drop-down menus look like on Google Sites. You can see down through here who everybody is. I haven't updated, obviously, the stuff for the coming season. And obviously, this is from our last season. So there's that. Now here is a blog that I want to do, and it's mainly an easier way for me to post like performances from the season, and parents can go on there or students can go on there, and you can really see our like progress throughout the season. I'll still post the links in the s'mores like I was this past season um, in like a Google folder. But here's just it'll be a nice updated place. I just wanted to put this as a placeholder. I'll update the page, I'll make it look nicer, and as I get more stuff, um, it'll be nice and updated. Here is a cool thing. Now in Google, you're able to, at least Google Ed Suite. I don't know if like the regular standard stuff can be um, changed if you just have like a regular Google account, but in the Educator Suite that I have, I'm able to make a map with custom custom points and stuff like that. So I went ahead and I put all of our performance spots that we went this year. It's kind of cool. It's basically just it serves two purposes. One, it is it serves a purpose to show like where each event is, and a lot more of a quick way. You can see it on the calendar. You could click on the calendar and it'll show you. But it's also, if you want to say like where's if you're new to band, like where's Williamsport High School, and I think I need to put text. I can add that if I hover over the point. That would be a cool thing. Um, but but yeah, so you can say, oh, that's where Williamsport is. Man, that's a long drive. Or like, hey, we have family in Harrisburg. It'd be cool to, they can meet us there. But also too, if you zoom out, it kind of just shows you like where all we travel. It's a nice little thing. Yeah, Jen, I agree with you. I was really excited when I found we can do that. So anyway, that's the basis of that. So anyway, if you go, let's transition now the over to the handbook. So if you go to the handbook, there's a lot of like neat stuff in the handbook. And I made it, again, like I said, I made it completely digital. Sorry, I got to work out my transitions a little bit. You'll see it, you're going to see it condensed down a little bit in a second. Yeah, like that. But anyway, so if you look, all of you should be able to view the page. Is that correct? So just leave me a chat if you guys can view the page fully, which I can see now. I just want to make sure that what I'm seeing in YouTube Studio is what you guys see. Yeah, Max, it's actually really easy to do those. Basically, and James, you probably know this because you do a lot of video game stuff, and you probably stream yourself. Yeah, I am using Streamlabs OBS actually. So basically, yeah, where you see XSplit on the corner, that's what's assigned on my computer as my webcam. So I don't have a webcam on my desktop. So, I had to put something there just as a placeholder. So you'll see, you would normally see me there. I might make another edition of this um, where like there's no window there for me to have my face. I mean, you don't for a stream like this for parents, you don't necessarily need to see me wearing a headset and talking in my office, but um, basically that's how that goes. And I'm really excited that all this stuff works. I've been working on it for the past 2 days. So anyway, if you go to the I should use cats. So basically, if you go to the handbook, um, everything now is a lot more digitally oriented. Like I said before, I'll print this out. But here on the table of contents, um, you know, I'd put everything as a link. So if you go to anything and you click on it, it should take you right there. So let's see, we want to know about, band fees for the season. It'll take you straight down to that band fee area. Um, this is the exact, you know, this is the exact document from St. Mary's County School, just put into a Google Doc format. We have our electronic device. You can scroll through here. Um, this is the Google site, or this is the site for the actual SMCPS calendar that they have now deleted, so I got to update that. So anyway, I went through and I edited all this stuff. Now, down here, these forms, this form is now going to be digital. So um, parents will now see they'll be able to sign this electronically, and I'll get a spreadsheet basically. It'll fill in all my data immediately. So we should be able to take us straight here, and this is what it'll look like. We go through yada yada yada, same exact thing we saw here. This will be here, or this will be deleted from the actual document, but it'll be found here. They click yes, they go to the next part. It's all required. They have to do these things, and I'll have it all. So we'll do this with basically the financial agreement, any sort of other things. Yeah, so those are some of the new changes coming to the band program now that I've had a ton of time. So now I guess I'll take some questions. I gotta get my my streaming stuff going. Like, how do I do this really well? I guess it comes with practice, right? Yeah, Jen. So I haven't updated the these things, the actual form yet. So this form that I linked to is basically a placeholder. So what I'll do is I'll take this part will be deleted, basically this whole area. So there won't be a 2019 due date on there, and I'll put the due date in here, basically how when I need it back. But since it's digital, I could get it back instantly, and there's a lot less. The only thing I have to do is I have to clear and make sure that something like this is legally good for like something like a field trip, because we do these on our side for taking the band somewhere. So when I have to do field trip paperwork, I have to do a Google form a lot like this. But I'm not sure from a school law standpoint, but everything's in place just in case it is. If it's not, then I already have these saved as a copy. I have a copy of this part that was highlighted separately that I could add. Yeah, James. Right now I want to have a webcam. And I also have my Mac, which has a webcam on it. So if I'm using it across computers, I have that spot available. I might copy this whole overlay and delete the webcam source box So yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Well, this is basically how a live chat goes. So at this point, I am going to, uh, I don't know, ask Nashma. I'm gonna end the stream here. Um, but thanks a lot for tuning in, and